What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we are here today with another episode of Dawn of War 2. You guys thought that I forgot. No, indeed, the series is still running, but I do owe you guys an apology. I know there's been a ton of Arclash Legacy lately, and this place has been decidedly un-Warhammery as of late, and that's because my schedule has just been completely, totally jammed up on school. Completely. Like, I've been at school like 8 hours a day studying, but the good news is I took my last exam, yesterday, because this is going to air tomorrow. So yeah, yesterday is my last exam, or was my last exam, to fix the tense there. In the last episode, we had figured out the location of Ripper Splitter, and we were going to go after him. But for now, we've got an extra deployment, and so how do we want to use that? Well, there's a mission right here where we can target a carnifex, and the mission reward is a pretty badass power sword. So let's do that mission today. Let's start our briefing. Oh, well, I guess it's not gonna say it because I already did it. Then, it says that they have a priority target. There's a carnifex that's hanging out with a bunch of Tyrannids. They're having a crazy party. They're doing all kinds of warp dust. The carnifex is ultra powerful, which makes it very, very valuable to the hive mind. And so we must go there, shoot it in the face, and then drink its blood to gain its power. Let's deploy! Oh, I forgot. Well, I probably could have swapped out my team on this one, but I was too excited. I just got excited about playing the game, guys. Too excited. It's been a while since I've been playing. I haven't played Dawn of War 2 like at all lately. And so now I'm just kind of being my whims. My crazy sense of my sense of whimsy has driven me forward to just playing the game without actually swapping my party out. I wonder who takes the time to install the LEDs on all of the on all of these Tyrannids. So who do we have?
The beast is marked on your map display. Emperor be with you, Commander.
Always, Martellus. Always.
Let's go ahead and send everybody in that we can send in. Hopefully keeping ourselves out of trouble, although it looks like we've got a lictor already. So let me see what kind of assistance we can give here. Let me blast the lictor. And so down goes that lictor, and then there's a warrior back here. So I need everybody to fight with the warrior. Force commander is in ranged mode. I need him in melee mode. And as soon as he is ready to roll, it looks like he's not really doing much damage to our number 2 man, Tarkus. However, he did annihilate all of our cover. So let's go ahead and send the force commander in now. And we should be able to filter our way through all of these guys without too much trouble. And a giant punch to the face. I was going to say something disgusting, but I'm going to let it go for now. I know I always say that, but you guys wouldn't believe how much I have to censor myself while I play through this. Those that I've talked to in real life have always been surprised. So let's put over to, let's get everybody in over here. And the Force Commander has this nasty habit of like stepping on all of these rocks and destroying them, so I'm going to send him around the long way. Really? What tipped you off? He said if you didn't hear it, he said the Tyrannids are already here. I'm like, yeah, like the ones that we just shot, I guess, are the ones that informed you of that situation, huh? I'm actually going to move Avitus forward. He's going to destroy those rocks, unfortunately, but that's okay. What is life if you can't destroy some rock? And so he's going to be in right there. I'm going to put him into focus fire mode so that he's dealing all kinds of crazy damage. And we need to keep him trucking with all these little guys over here. And as soon as we've got them all stomped out and bug-licked... Oh, we've actually got a Zoanthrope over here. He's got to go. Alright, so the Zoanthrope is now down. The Ravener is using that little grenade launchery thing that is a giant pain in my butt. So I will punch that guy to death. And then we need to get in here and fight with that Ravener before he finishes off. I was going to say, he's got to be pretty close to killing somebody here. And let's go ahead and have everybody else advance too. We'll pick up that Relic Combat Shotgun. Not going to get much use aside from being donated to the Librarium so we can get our hands on some more space cash. AKA research points, XP, whatever you want to call it. Force Commander has become remarkably resilient since we threw him into this power armor. And it's pretty badass. I like this Terminator armor. It makes me very, very happy. What else do we have in here? We've got another one of these little grenade launcher dudes. What's over here? We've got a Ravener. Do we have any goals that I should be hitting here? No, we're just going to cut straight up through the center. And then everything should be magical. Let's send everybody up over here. Maybe? Unless he's going to pick a fight off this way. In which case, I suppose, I'll just have him make a hard charge. There it is. And then the rest of these guys should be able to butcher the remainder. We don't want them to butch the remainder. We want them to butcher the remainder. Making our enemies more butch is definitely not something that's going to help us. It would make them beefier and more sturdy, and more difficult to punch in the face with giant fisty gloves. It looks like the Ravener, or whoever it is up here, yeah, the guy with the barbed strangler is going to be taking pot shots at our force commander. But that's alright, because I remember to bring the medkits this time, so everything should turn out okay. Couple final rounds there. One with the plasma gun. It's going to knock down that remaining Ravener. Let's go ahead and scoot them forward. And we'll have Avitus come over here. And I don't know what else is going to be coming our way. So I guess I'll move the Tackies forward and make sure that they're in a position where they can be exploited. There it is. And let me take a look. We may be... Oh, there's a carnifex. Okay. Well, we need to come up with a way to fight with the carnifex, so let's clear out this corridor over here and make sure that there's nothing kind of lurking. Oh good, there isn't. So let's bring our entire ranged squad over here then, or our entire ranged contingency. Contingent, whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to try a carnifex with a bioplasma. Weak. It's a carnifex that's got some DACA on him. That's actually sort of terrifying. That ain't right. Let's step on back until they're in range of everybody over here, and then we should be able to unload with some pain. We'll put Force Commander into melee mode, and then from there, we should be able to run away like crazy because he is ignoring my tankitude. Oh, good. Avitus managed to get the job done right there and made him eat some hot plasma. Now, one thing that I did just notice is that the Carnifex, when it stepped on this box over here, it didn't drop a supply for us. Interestingly enough, so that's a little thing that I didn't even know that could happen. Now we do. And knowing G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Let's get everybody else over here and then we'll get refilled on some of our equipment. That way's looking a little sketchy. I don't know if I want to fight across... Well, neither of these are looking too inviting. None of them are getting me husky at the thought of going across them. We've got a little tiny bridge on both ends, so I guess we'll just kind of set people up as we need to. And then Force Commander can get on in over here, and I'll try and walk him through the center so that he doesn't mess up all the cover, which is a nasty symptom of his condition. Ah, there we are. So something bad happened. We've got a lone Ravener, but they should be able to handle him without many problems. Down he goes. And we destroyed the other rock. Great. Force Commander would make an amazing geologist. Let's get in here and handle this last lictor. Okay, and so now he's out of the way. I'm going to bring the Force Commander over here. Let me get my Tackies in. Actually, let's get the Tackies all the way forward. We'll put Avitus right there. Scouts over on the right. There goes another lictor with an amazingly timed jump to wipe out a minuscule part of my squad. Not even an existent part of my squad. The amount that they destroyed is non-existent in size. So that lictor pretty much had a terrible plan. I mean, I'm a fan of the ambushes jumping off cliffs. Believe me, there's something to be said about style points there. But alas, not a whole lot of effective use for that kind of style at this point. That looks like an amazing spot to get ambushed from. So let's bring them up to there. We'll bring Avitus up. Force Commander is going to be getting in it. And he should be able to hold aggro perfectly fine. And then we're going to get everybody else into position as soon as that lictor goes down. Let me just get as many guys back behind this cover as possible, and then I'm going to have the Force Commander knock them out of cover. Oh, we broke their awning. What a dick move. Now they can't have bitchin' ass barbecues in Tyrannids summer, whenever that is. Let's keep sending the Force Commander forward. And I think Tackies can probably move over to there. Let's get the Devastator Marines into that building. And as soon as they're in, we'll send these guys in this way. We'll also bring the scouts up so that we have a little bit of additional firepower. It looks like he's fighting against 2 guys with barbed stranglers. No, just the one. And then the second is a Ravener with a Devourer. You'll forgive me as it takes me a moment to read what it says down on the bottom right as I'm trying to figure out and identify what sort of weapons we're up against here. And we're going to keep moving. What did I miss? Oh, I missed that right there. It seems like the game is almost too easy with Terminator armor. Our Force Commander's doing a fantastic job of just holding down the fort. It is going to make it a little bit more difficult for him to get out of the way, though, if we go up against a boss with, like, weird AoEs and stuff. He is definitely going to be dragging behind. Everybody's where we need him to be. I think everybody's full up on... Oh, maybe not. We're missing a sniper round. And we're probably not going to come back here anytime soon, so we might as well grab the supplies while we're here. Other guys that we can have. Let's have Tarkus move up and forward. We will have Avidus cover this way, just in case they try some sneaky Tyrannid flanky tactics, because you never know. It looks like we're going to get into a firefight right here. Is that a zoanthrope? It is. It is indeed a zoanthrope. Let's go ahead and snipe it. Down it goes. And then over on this flank, we've now found ourselves in a bit of trouble. See if we can get the Force Commander back in and over here to help everybody out. Oh, we've got another zoanthrope on the right, too. Everybody fire at the zoanthrope. Don't allow him to get his little death laser thing off. His little Kamehameha Masenko blast is just miserable. And the last thing we need up in here is Super Saiyan Tyrannids. We've got one last location to clear out, so I think we'll do that. And once we've got that all locked down, we'll swing around the outside here and we will check out what's going on in the boss arena. And I've got to be frank with you guys instead of being Splattercat for now. I know, old joke. But anyways, I'm happy to be playing Warhammer again. I really am. I was disappointed that I wasn't able to get any pre-recorded episodes done for Warhammer. I got a ton done for Sir, You Are Being Hunted, and a bunch done. Like Arclash Legacy, we're still booked out for like a week, so I'm pretty happy there. But this one kind of got left by the wayside, which is disappointing because I do enjoy the game. This is anything Warhammer 40k tickles my pickle like crazy, so anytime I'm forced to abandon my Warhammer 40k obsession, definitely darkens my doorstep. And it looks like we've got another Carnifex up in here, so we're going to have to deal with him, but I'd prefer for everybody to be on the Barbed Strangler first. That AoE shot, especially if you get a couple of them massed on a single target, can be incredibly nasty, so we need that to go away like, alright, meow. It looks like he's just gonna walk in circles while we butcher him. That's okay. If I had a horde of guys in power armor, a horde of space racists in power armor chasing me, I would probably just walk in circles weeping until I died too. It's a symptom of the problem. Let's go ahead and flip them around because I just noticed we might get flanked. Put them down in the crater. Actually, no, let's stealth them. And let's throw a demo charge on that Hive Sphincter. And so that should be down in just a moment. Hopefully we get everybody in that little group too. Most of them. So we'll have him finish the job like so. Down he goes. And we should have ourselves a uncaptured waypoint. I was hoping they would have already gotten the CP by now, but I must have forgotten to click it. Like a noob. Now, as soon as we grab that, what's going on over here? Maybe I'll take the long way around this way. See if we can clear out a few more mobs, get a bit more XP. What do you say? I bet you're agreeing and nodding your head like, right this second. So I think I'm going to go with that plan, just to make sure we grab everything that's there to be grabbed. I want to grasp all of the goodies on this map. This map has many goodies, and I want to grasp them as much as I can before it files a lawsuit. I left somebody behind. I was going to say, I'm feeling less than numerous at the moment. And that would be very, very key as we were missing our scouty squads. I'm going to put the tackies in right there. Let's see if we can fit the Devastators in as well. We'll have the scouts fill in from behind. Oh, they're going to jump to me. Alas. Well, then open fire on that group. We have another zoanthrope, which means as soon as that laser goes off, I'm going to have a problem on my hands. So let's go ahead and flush forward. And then flush him down the tubes with one well-placed sniper round. And Force Commander's just going to close in while bulldozing all of the cover because he likes to do dicky things like that. And down goes that guy. We've got another group over here, and they're they're bombing it themselves out. Well, let's move the scouts in then and throw a bomb on that Hive Sphincter. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's take a sniper round first. And so down goes that zone thrope, and then while we're here, we're gonna litter the place with explosives. Oh no. Where did this dude come from? Let's go ahead and draw everybody back while we can, before we start missing limbs and actual full-fleshed characters here. And down he goes. We've got another hive sphincter over there. We've got like one of our bases, but we've got a lot of kit still on us, so I think we should be fine. We've still got a lot of usables. I heard a festive flute in the music in the background. I was like, what is this, like a medieval game now? Somebody's like dancing around with a flute. Let's go ahead and get all these guys into position. Force Commander's gonna close in, and it looks like we've actually got a friend here. Let's go ahead and handle him. God, I love that cannon. That thing is awesome. Just the sound it makes exudes power. It's the kind of weapon that just like, it forces people to respect us, even if they don't. Additionally, this full plasma build that we've been running is very, very good. It's been doing a fantastic job of laying down the dock on anybody that's been getting in our way. What does he load his gun with? Like, I know they don't manufacture ammo, so does he just like load his excretions in there? Like he eats food and then his body just, his stomach converts it? Like he's got a colon that turns his food into ammo? That'd be a pretty useful ability. It sounds like an X-Man power that might be useful. I don't know what you would name yourself, though. Now that I don't see anything in here, I'm going to try and destroy as little of the cover as possible.
There is the monster! For the chapter! Attack!
Where is it? Oh, he's over there. Alright. He's got what looks like 122,000 health. So this is a pretty beefy critter right here. And he's got a nasty little AoE that we are going to have to be aware of. I'm not... Oh, never mind. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Ah! That was off my screen. I apologize. My screen is really small when I record these for YouTube. Get out of the way! Alright, get out of the way now, revive. That's a little bit of a pain. We were outside the circle there. Alright, so let's spread out. Apparently, I had completely and totally the wrong idea here. Let's get everybody as far away as possible. And while I get that done, there we go. We'll get everybody back into position. Now, we did just lose our bonus based on my own noobery, but it's alright. Oh, we got another one headed over there, so we're going to have him move. Force Commander, have yourself a med kit, because I like you like that. And while we're in and over here, we might think about...
Avoid its blade!
Avoid its blade? What blade? I didn't see a blade, but I guess it just wants me to move away. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's two of them. Oh my. Well then. That's fun. So one of the turrets has gone down. I'm going to continue dropping turrets all over the place. I'm just going to be a ridiculous purveyor of turrets all over. So there's a couple over there. We'll put one over here. Force Commander, get out of the bladey thing, but it's too late because you already took damage. Oh my, it's got a charge too. That's pleasant. In the building! Oh no. Yeah, I was sort of worried that might happen. I was sort of stressing about that possibility. I didn't know if the charge was going to blow up the building, and they wouldn't have gotten out in time anyways. So Force Commander, get on in there and res everybody on up while our turrets handle their biz. Cyrus, get yourself on off to a separate corner of this map. And you get out of the way of that charge. And then res up our dear, dear friend, Avitus. The Barding of Ultramar. Got ourselves a little bit of extra gear, which is always nice. Even after that piss-poor performance, which is going to land us like 4 points. But as I recall, I think we're already on like a bonus deployment, so I don't think we get any bonus from that anyways, aside from the extra XP. Got Ardent Wrath, which might be a nice thing to charge or leap attacks, now stun targets. So yeah, that's probably going to be a nice thing to slap onto our well-hair-gelled friend back at base. God, that was just awful on my part. Just a terrible, terrible show. A terrible show, dear boy. But Tarkus leveled up. That's okay. And then we've got some stuff that we can sacrifice to the Librarium. No bonus deployments. So
Tarkus, you fought the Necrons on Cronus, did you not?
Yes, Avitus and I both did.
How do they compare to the Tyrannids?
Necrons are far deadlier opponents on the battlefield. Their weaponry is like nothing I have ever seen. But I think that Tyrannids pose a much greater threat to the Imperium. Necrons have been known to wipe out individual systems, but I have never seen them wipe out multiple sectors like the Hive fleet we are facing.
It is worse than that, Tarkus. The Tyrannids come from beyond the galaxy's edge. We have no way of knowing how many more Hive fleets may be on their way.
okay, so let's do a little bit of the old equipping and leveling up. We've got Tarkus ready to roll. And with Tarkus, we were moving down. Oh, that's right. We were moving towards veteran squad mates. And then we were also going to try and get his tactical advance thing all ironed out so he gets I shall not fall. Other gear that we might consider putting on him. I don't see anything that's looking super sexy right now. Obviously, we don't want to give him the Blighted Bolter. I am liking Light of Salvation. I really, really like this plasma build we're running. It leaves us strong against multiple fronts. Avitus is looking pretty good right there. Let's see if there's any extra damage stuff we can throw on him. Doesn't look like it. Let me move over to Thaddeus now and see what we can use on him. I don't see anything just yet. Why is his glove has accumulated some kind of goo? Or maybe some sort of infection. Rending Might. Weird. Wreathed in coursing energies. Well, it has a storyline for why it's got this crazy, like, fart miasma around it, but I don't feel like reading it right now. He can't use Ardent Wrath just yet. I need to kind of get him caught up, I think. Yeah, people are looking a little bit ahead of Thaddeus, so we may have to use him in the next mission for something. I'll keep that on the table. Things we can get rid of, though. Lysander's Judgment. Nope, can't get rid of that. That is pretty cool, though. Is that? No, that's one without a shield. I was using the Arms of Tantheus before. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that I'm not actually going to use. Level 16 bolt pistol I'm going to hold on to until somebody else is ready to use it. All of this stuff can go. The Tomb of Champions. All-Seeing Truth. We got a lot of bluebies just hanging out here, ready to go. The squad commander, I wanted to level up 2 more times so that I get him the extra loadout, which meant we could have shoulder missiles and a medkit, which would just be amazing. Because I could open up with a salvo before we go into combat. That would make me super happy, like ridiculous happy. But for now, it doesn't look like there's much else to do, so I'm going to break the episode off. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the first episode in a little while of Dawn of War 2. I'm glad you guys decided to stop by, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody. Bye.